Hey, welcome back to Bimbo Bit. I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
And we're just two guys shooting the shit about Bitcoin.
Take
we're going to lock ourselves. Well, we had a fly in here that was just the darndest thing, and the fly.
Throwing it out there.
He's got it. We're going to lock in our blockchain height at 915,042. And I am happy to say that our friends at timechaincalendar.com have now got their app out, and it's available for you to download on Apple and Google Play. So if you want to check it out, please do, because it's an awesome site.
It is. It
rolls over.
Yeah. Just
did I give
great
the number?
watch on one
okay.
of your monitors, right? Like,
yeah.
Great watch.
For sure.
Absolutely.
It is time to, you might notice this thing, don't worry about this. You know when they say don't run with scissors? I know that now.
Yeah.
We're going to dive into the liquidity pool. The buying up continues. This is large companies and, of course, you and I spending our measly mittens fiat cash to get a couple of percentages of Bitcoin. Meanwhile, billionaire Michael Saylor has just bought another 532, which puts them at a total of 638,985 Bitcoin. That is terrifyingly fun.
And close to 650. I wonder if the math is on that, I know the last one.
I don't do math, no.
Anyway. And we've also got out of China now, we got a treasury firm, Next Technology Holdings. They are selling up to $500 million in their stock portfolio to buy Bitcoin.
Good for them.
To hold on their treasury, yeah. Unbelievable. And another one, Boya Interactive. I've never heard of this one before. Boyaa, Boya Interactive. Out of Hong Kong. They're a gaming firm, actually.
Sounds
and
gaming.
They just acquired another 245 Bitcoin for $25 million. But better yet, they're looking to buy up to $100 million worth of Bitcoin by the end of this year, with only, a quarter and half a month to go.
All of these numbers that we talk about, we need to remember that there are only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. No more can be had. And all of those are not out yet.
No.
It's like funds locked in time, right? Because as we progress with Time Chain Calendar, every 10 minutes, a new block, someone is getting Bitcoin. That's how we get the Bitcoin into the system, is mining.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So we are missing 4 or 5% we'll never get back.
Actually, I saw a really cool new graph here lately. I don't know if I have this one, but it is 11% officially by the last little graph I saw.
So that's even better news. I hate to say it because I wish it was available. Don't get me wrong, but that's 11% that will not ever enter back into the playing field. So this is why we talk about the supply. There are only so many, and once they're snatched up, you'll be able to go through a company that has Bitcoin.
Right.
But right now, you can do it through your mobile app on your whatever.
So get in, while you can, right?
Bit.
Even you talk about Strategy B with Michael Saylor. He talks here lately in a little gig he did, podcast or whatever. He believes that Bitcoin will be worth $21 million per coin in 21 years, and it'll grow at an average of 21% per year.
That's pretty cool.
It rhymes, right? But will it?
There are a lot of predictions out there, and people love all these different kinds of math that they do. So let's talk about predictions for just a minute, okay? Chat GPT, we're all familiar with that, I think, for the most part. This is hey, Chat, so this is AI-generated conversation, and they did a prediction. By the end of 2025, I love this, between 195,000 and 205,000, with a central estimate of about 200,000. Okay, so what you do is you cross out the first parts and you just say, just 200,000.
Yeah.
So that's their prediction. We got Pantera Capital founder Dan Morehead seeing Bitcoin reaching 750,000. I'm going to say right now, because you're going to ask me, is that this year? I don't really know. Is that next year? But still, it's a great number.
I'm thinking it probably pertains to this particular market cycle. Right? Where in previous cycles, generally you get up to the fourth year, which would be the end of this year, and you'll see your top, and then it'll come down a little bit, right? But I've always thought that this could be the super cycle, because we never had the institutional buy-in, the government buy-in, all these private companies buying in, sovereign wealth funds buying in. I just wonder that if in this particular cycle that the top is not at the end of December, but further into the first quarter of 2026, when we will see probably something so monumental we couldn't even have dreamed happen. This is where my mind goes, but I do think there's some validity in that conversation. So this 750, this cycle, Sure. It may not be until February or March of 2026 or when it finally hits the high, but sure, why not?
Yeah. Run with it.
Run with it.
Yeah, for sure. They say that ETFs, and an ETF, you've heard about them. Canada finally opened up their ETF, the US. That's an electronically transferred fund. So basically everything done over the World Wide Web, right? So they had an amazing week. Monday, starting this morning, had $260 million in inflows. That's coming in, and that extended a six-day streak. So they are pretty sure that Bitcoin is going to push through that 118,000, because right now 116, it's a little struggling.
Yeah, 116.7 right now, but I mean still $2.32 trillion.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I know there's $900 trillion in assets around the world, but it wasn't 2.32 trillion for 12 years ago. Now was it? So I think it's done pretty well. I will say, too, that this is a bit of a pivotal week, right? Because this is a week where Jerome Powell from the U.S. Fed is going to announce whether he is going to introduce an interest rate cut.
Yes, and it affects Bitcoin.
The market has it at about 95% that he will. Some say maybe even 50%, it could go up 50 basis points. I don't know what's going to happen with that. So it's going to really have some impact on both traditional and crypto markets.
Absolutely.
Throw that in there.
So we talk about the owning of Bitcoin, and there are people that were there from the beginning. They call them OGs or old gangsters or old guy, or it's the original, right? And if it's somebody in the beginning who had a lot of them, they would call them a whale, right? Large mammal. Well, they have a large stash of crypto. So there's this whale that owns a lot of Bitcoin, and it wasn't that long ago that he sold off 35,000, just shy of 36,000 of them.
Bitcoin.
Yep. And then he just sold another 1,176. That all gets put back into the pool for you and I to gather up. But he still owns 49,634. Stressed to cost 4 wallets, 5.4 billion. So he's okay. Could you imagine playing with numbers like that?
Well, speaking of playing with numbers, because we all know how I love the numbers, right? Like, what are these all odd numbers? Like, is there something to that? Like, these are really odd numbers, right? If you got 100 million, you're gonna bring out 1,384,200. No, you're gonna round it, right? Like, sure. I don't know what that's all about, but there must be a meaning to it.
It's like the meaning of life, Andrew. We truly don't know. I'd like to talk about hash.
Hash?
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Want to do some hash?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay. Time now for Tales from the Crypto Hash. So we had a really good chuckle before we started talking about the hash and what these hashes are and where it started. Okay, we're going to break down what a hash is. We can't truly say we know everything about it, but it talks about where it started and where it is now,
right?
And how many. So a hash is a certified transaction, right? What is it? What was?
Yeah, it's a calculation, a resulting calculation. Okay, a calculation that lands, sort of thing.
So
right?
Everyone's checked it. It's a good transaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I just saw this kind of meme or picture or whatever, and it said back in 2010, we were doing gigahash. In 2016, we went to exahash, and in 2025, we went to zetahash.
Yeah, I've never heard those
I'm thinking
words.
to myself, I know we're talking about some sort of speed or calculation, but really, what are we talking about? And then, of course, our cameraman, Trevor, the expert, he told us what a hash was.
He learned it.
He learned it before we did.
So
it's
a
calculation, right?
Yeah.
So right, basically, it went, anyway, we'll go through it one by one real quick. A hash is one calculation per second. A hash.
Simple enough.
One calculation per second.
Right.
That's how it started out. Then it started, rolling, and then it went to what they call a kilo hash. And a kilo hash is 1,000 calculations per second, which is amazing in itself.
Sure.
From 1 to 1,000. I don't know what the time frame is. I'm thinking, 3-4 years each or whatever. The next one was called a mega hash. And so we were at a mega hash. This is before the gigahash. It's going to be about 2006. A mega hash is 1 million calculations per second. 1 million.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it's gone to, a gigahash. A gigahash which was back in 2010, is $1 trillion.
Yeah. So you're adding 3 zeros every time.
It was 1,000.
Yeah.
A
Gig
million.
is a billion.
No, a billion. A
Yeah.
gigahash. Sorry, we're going through this for the first time.
Yeah, it's
is
fun.
$1 billion. And exahash it went to next in 2016.
Trillion.
Trillion. There's $1 trillion transactions.
And now what they're at now
is Zeta.
Zetahash.
I'm assuming that's a quadrillion.
That
I'm
is
not sure.
Quadrillion
Calculations per second.
Yeah. It's mind blowing.
Where are we going in the future?
Yeah.
What happens after Zeta, by the way? Who comes up with that name?
It's a
Is it kind of there?
Quintillion.
Quintillion?
Because I asked.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be quint?
Yep.
It's going to be a quint hash?
Quintillion. I don't
Quint
know,
hash.
probably.
Why not?
Jay, time to do it, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, we're going around the world. Various Bitcoin entertainment happening for you. If you're in the areas we want to check out, this one to me is a big one. On September 27th, this is Bitcoin Strategy B in Tyson, Virginia. This is home base of Mr. Michael Saylor. So they're putting on one heck of a show there for one day. If you can go. Please send us pictures and videos. We'd love to see it. We've also got some cool stuff happening September 25th and 26th over in Africa. Our friends there are having their Bitcoin mining summit. And while we're talking about that, Bitdeer just launched its next generation in mining called the Seal Miner A3 series. Has 4 different models, and it's out there to improve power efficiency. So that's going to be talked about at the African Bitcoin Summit.
Maybe that can boost the hash rate a little bit.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah. And then we've got down in Atlanta, Georgia. This is TabCon Fest 2025. This is October 13th and 16th. If you have a special event coming up or something you want us to cover, send it to us. bimbobit.com. We'll make sure we get it on the air and spread the word, and websites and whatever you got, let us know. We want to help you out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we are still noting it. We're noting along. We have our Operation Get Nodes out there, and we're doing that. So we're getting funds trickling in, and every time we do, we buy more components. That's Raspberry Pis and cases and little chips and things to make it functional. And we just want to support the network, and we want your help to do it. So please, click on the QR code, sat us what you can, and we'll keep on going and building nodes and keep you up to date as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One last story. Michael Saylor and Tom Lee are in Washington, D.C. this week to work with the government to actually start their strategic Bitcoin fund. Wow. So hopefully we'll see some results out of those meetings this
everywhere.
week, too. It's a big week this week. There's going to be a lot of market volatility, both in crypto and traditional markets.
That's okay. Like we say, it's the George Foreman. You said it, you forget it. You put it in there. You're not putting in your life savings. Because, everything is volatile. It just, what you can afford.
Yeah.
We're not asking for whatever. Just
you do you.
Yeah, you do you. All right, brother, another good one.
Yeah, for sure.
So, in the meantime and in between time, I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
We're just two guys shooting the shit right here on bimbobit.com.
Cheers, mates.